God speaks. Maybe in ways that we may not prefer, but yes, he speaks. Whether it be through the whisper of a blessing or the outright shout of a correction, he speaks. His voice echoes throughout creation, and where sin abides, his words multiply with grace. Throughout the pressures of my life, throughout my mistakes and corrupt way of decision-making, during my rebellious campaign and outright ignorance towards his goodness, he still spoke. He spoke beyond my disobedience and still speaks behind my reverence. He spoke despite my pride, and his words are the very things that continue to hold me up humbly. He spoke during my lashing out in pain and still speaks during my embraces of healing. He spoke as I pursued a selfish death and speaks as I crucify my flesh daily. He spoke as I wept in my own filth, and he speaks as I show others a way out of theirs. God speaks. He can speak through your circumstance. He can speak through wise counseling. He can speak through peace. He can speak through people. He can speak through visions and dreams. He can speak through our thoughts. He can speak through both natural and supernatural manifestations. He speaks through the word. There are those who say God is dead, or that he has given up, that he has forsaken this generation. But I tell you on this day, he is more alive than ever. He is closer than ever and fighting for each and every one of his creations more than ever. His voice can't be denied. His words are unable to be washed away. In the book of Samuel, his voice thundered from the heavens, yet in the book of Kings, he was the still, small voice. His words have spread across the expanse of the universe, as he is the Ancient of Days, and his mighty voice has been heard since the most ancient of times. He speaks to you at this very moment through this unworthy vessel, calling out of you the promise of your tomorrow. Can you hear it? With each and every nail driven into the hands and feet of his word, through the resurrection of our new covenant. For all scripture is God-breathed, and our very existence is proclamation of this. Stop and listen. Can you hear him? For God is still speaking.